Hey, I'm Lynx and I'm in a Mortal 3 Initiator main, and today I'm going to show you some of the Gekko lineups and tips I have on Abyss. So I'm going to start on attack, then I'm going to go from A to mid to B, then I'll do the same on defense. So starting off with A. A's more of a simplistic site. Generally, what you can do early to get info if anyone's peeking, like early in A main or maybe pushed up to the corner, is just do a simple Gekko flash like this. Generally with Gekko, we want to be doing these flashes where it comes back to us and we can pick it up. So either if you're aiming high like this or just chucking it against the wall like so. And these flashes just allow you to pick it up and reuse your util. But this flash going across just clears literally this cross here and even wide here from back here if anyone crosses in time. And you can pick it up and save it for the execute. When executing, I like to wait for my flash to come back. Generally, it's good to send wingman in here to plant. I think this is the best plant spot. Then, along with this, you can just flash high, literally anywhere. You just want to flash to help your teammates when executing. And your flash doesn't have to be this high because obviously it lands on gen, and picking this up will be hard as you're open to CT and the window. So you can do a lower flash, but keep in mind if you do more of a lower flash, it's not going to hit so much for backside. But this flash still does its job. It clears both left and right when going out on site. So really nice. And even if someone swings wide here, it's going to ping them all the way back here or even back here. So really nice flash. Lands in a super simple spot for you to pick up as well. Generally, I don't use my molly when going out on A because what you want to do after you plant on A is you want to just play back in main. So if we've planted here, I'm going to call for my teammates just to play back in main because the post plants on Abyss are so OP. I've got a simple molly which I can do from the left or right side. No lineup involved, just something really simple. If I got a Sova, he's got shock darts. If they smoke us here, we can just spam. We can just ping the bomb here and we can just spam the bomb. And it makes it really hard for the enemies to just defuse the bomb. Even if I pick my wingman or flash up after I plant, I've got wingman to chuck, and to spam off wingman, I've got flash, so one of my teammates can swing through the smoke, and the post plant's just going to be really OP. Moving on to mid, I don't really have much for attack mid, as generally what you'll be doing on attack, in mid, is more situational, and you'll be doing it based off what your teammates need. But a flash you can do to get early info is just a quick run throw like this from the barrier, and it just basically pings anyone library if they're peeking. Maybe it will catch them walking down here, as a lot of people like to do that to get to the bookshelf. And once again, it just lands in a really nice spot. You can pick it up. Just be careful because this flash doesn't ping for wide right or even far left back here. But once again, if we're scaling up mid with our teammates, there's nothing really specific we do. If my teammates need me to flash them into B link, I'm just gonna flash them. And same if I need to molly here to stop this guy from peeking, or even back here, molly here to stop someone peeking, then go in with a flash. I will. There's nothing specific for mid. It's more general stuff, what my teammates need at that time. And they'll need to ask for it, or I'll have to just use my util based on what I know and what I see to support them. Moving on to B, once again we can do an early flash like this. I'm not sure if this one's too effective because if they walk down here, they can just hide from it anyway, and they can swing out late, or they can just try beat the timing and just swing out on you. So just be careful when doing this flash. It's not a flash that I normally do anyway. If you do need to clear it and you have a Sova on your team, you'd prefer to drone it. A lot of the time, a lot of teams won't push down here unless they're maybe on an eco bar or something, so that's just something to keep in mind of as well. And now moving on to executing B, a molly I like to do for back here to force the guy to swing right or left into my team, which is really OP, and if he don't swing, he's just going to die to my molly. If I'm against this back wall kind of here, and I can see this grey bar up here, I don't have to expose myself too much, and I just do a run throw until I hit this wall like so. This molly lands directly back here, and you can see how far the molly goes. This guy has to swing all the way out here, far right or really wide left, and we could probably get a spam or kill him while he's peeking. So that's a really good molly to flush anyone out here if we know they're playing back here. Following up with that, a lot of teams always smoke here when you're coming out, so maybe just a high flash, which you can combo with your molly to catch this guy off when he's swinging into the right. So I can molly like this, and I can do an insta flash like this, really high. So he's forced to swing into my flash as well, which makes it even worse for him. Just be careful because his flashes went quite far back. So if you want to do a shorter flash once again to make it easier to pick up, then you can do something like this. This one hits for library, for B link, for close front, anything rafter. So it's still really good. You just have to care parkour because it's like not going to hit anything on the left side. And generally when it comes to planting, I think planting here is like one of the best spots. Either that or like left side parkour, so like over here. It's quite hard to aim it, like as wingman over here. And the problem is you don't want the bomb going too far back. So maybe you want to jump on parkour first and aim it. But once again, you can see it's like really dodgy to aim it still. So that's kind of why I prefer, like, if I'm playing Gekko, I would prefer to, like, plant here. It's just a lot more easier to, like, line it up and stuff. And then going into post-plant mollies, if I'm back here on pillar and it's planted for more, like, B main instead of parkour, then what I'll do is I'll be, like, back here, just anywhere back behind this pillar, and I'll see, like, the left side of this window, this really, really big window, and I'll bring my crosshair all the way up to this, like, grey line here, and I'll just do a run through like so. And this molly just lands like directly down here, covers literally everywhere around the bomb and will kill anyone on it, force them off. If I'm around the right side, what I'll do is probably just more of a simple jump through like so, and that will just land on default once again, kill anyone on the bomb. So really, really nice. Then if the bomb's planted for parkour, like I said, once again, you don't want it to be far back here, you want it to be more close for this lineup. So anywhere between like here and here will be fine, like where my crosshair was. So if you're behind pillar, you can do like a simple throw like that to get them off the bomb. It will like just land here and kill anyone on here. But if you're like right side main and you're in like a tough spot to get a molly off, a really, really OP molly you can do is if you line up with this like yellow circle here, and we aim to like the top right of this pipe at the blue part, and we just do a simple left click throw like so. This molly lands directly up here and lands all the way down here. And this is the reason I said like to plant more for like this side, like the very front side of the site. Because this molly hits for literally everything, even a bit on top. And it's a really, really nice molly that you can do. Just care because if you're on like over here in main, you do have this good molly, but you also like after the molly's gone, you have to cross back over to be able to spam. That's another reason why I like here, because even after mollies on here, if I like even if I'm like up in tower, I can chuck a simple molly like this. That will land for default. Then I can ping the bomb and literally spam it through this wall as well, which is really nice. Because this wall is like fully wall bangable as well. Super, super good. Now moving on to defense. A lot of maps on Gekko you see on defense, you'll be like on like, let's say Lotus or Bind, you'll be looking up early, you'll be flashing high and using your util early. On defense on Abyss, it's not so much like that, and you'll kind of be reserving your util to support your teammates or play retake, as it's quite hard to be able to reuse your util in certain areas. So when I'm playing A as Gekko, what I like to do is maybe one round me and my team want to fight for A, like what I can do is do like some simple like molly like back here. I can just like left click through like so, then I can do a high flash. And then what we have here is like a really nice like molly down here, which like will stop anyone in here from going back. And we have a nice blind which will kill anyone. And what you'd want to do with this is probably have like an Astral or Omen smoke here. You'd have one of your duelists go out. And keep in mind, you don't have to do the flash like that, like far either. If I molly like this, I can do like some high flash like this. I can molly like up against this wall as well, like do like a jump throw to make it land faster. So there's all sorts of ways. Just be careful because on ramp, no one's going to get hurt by this molly. It's just weird, like the elevation, the molly's not going to hit. But that's just kind of an idea I'm giving you on how you could use your util to fight for A main. I'm not saying you have to do this. This is just giving you general ideas on how you could fight for A main. If we don't want to fight for A main, we can play more back. Like if I'm back here, I can like look up on flash. But the thing is, this flash doesn't really get me any information I don't already have. Because if I'm doing this flash, I kind of have suspicion they're already in A main or could be out on site. It's just generally me using it so I can ping anyone who's here or maybe front site and maybe swing off it. But also like so it lands in a place where I can grab it. Because if they're flooding out and I flash over here and maybe I like kill the two coming back here, I'm not going to be able to pick up this flash, and that's the problem. If I do it high, then it will land back here and I can pick it up, which is really, really nice. Also, if we know they're flooding from A and I'm like in this choke point here, I can kind of just aim along like this like grey bar here and just do a left click throw. And that will land nicely here to like cut anyone else out from flooding. Maybe you'll get a kill. And what we can do with these type of things is like if they're flooding out on A and we know, like we can do this molly here from CT, we can look up, we can do a flash, so we can swing to the right, we can get a kill, we can get back, pick up our flash, and just like reset with our team or something like that. Once again, I'm just giving you general ideas. From window, I wouldn't say you really want to play window on A, but you can still support your teammates really, really well from window. Like if they're executing, you can molly here, cut off their like execute, so like only one's out, then you can flash behind it. Your teammates back slight can swing, you could even jump down if you wanted to, which is really risky, so be careful if you do that. But generally, like I said, you can support your teammates, and I think that's how you're going to play a lot of this. As for mid, there's not too much you can do mid for info. I think the best one is if you're A link here, you can just kind of whack it against this wall like so, and it lands back in a nice spot where you can pick it up. And this just kind of hits for like top here, and even when going across here, hits for down here in bottom mid as well. So a decent flash to get like mid-round, mid-info I would say. Maybe you're worried they could be up here and stuff. Though, once again, not too much you can really do in mid. I think, well, once again, you're better off being proactive, trying to support teammates and retake. When playing B, I think B's really fun to play as Gekko, or as literally any agent if you're playing on bookshelf. If you see anyone jump across parkour, you can just insta-kill. If you see anyone down here, like their head, you can kill. Just be careful as they can like walk under here unnoticed. We can literally molly main like here to like cut off their execute as well. If my teammate's back here wants to swing, I can flash high to him. And this flash will literally hit everything. It will hit for the left, like down here, it will hit across main. My teammate back here can swing off here. I can jump up here on bookshelf, and I can peek off it as well. So really, really nice like ways to support my teammates once again. Then if they're already out and they're planting for like left side, what I can do is if I'm tucked against this box, I don't want to be full tucked against it. Like if I'm full tucked, I can't see the middle. I want to see like the middle of this wall. I'm going to aim between this like yellow thing here, so like here. I'm going to do like a run jump throw like so. And this molly lands directly down here and it clears all of here and stalls the plant. Or another one you can do if you're not bookshelf but you're far back here in B-Link, is if we come into this corner here and we aim just a little bit under this like second rock, so here, and we just do a left click throw, this molly will land up here and it will stall the plant as well. Well, the one on the left side, but no one really plants like wide here, so really good molly once again. But if they're like doing more of a simple plant here, what we can do is just kind of like a jump throw type of thing, and that will bank off here and it will hit here. If we're down here, we can just do a quick jiggle. I can also bank it off this wall as well if I do a run jump throw. And there's so many ways to just like stall the plant as Gekko. Like he's really, really good at this type of stuff as well. Or like even if you want to use these mollies for a retake, like if anyone's playing back there and on retake you come through B-Link and you just want to do this molly to like force them wide and make them swing, like you can follow up with a flash. Like anyone back here is forced to swing either left into you or right into you. And this is what these mollies are really good at, is like forcing enemies to swing into your team so they can get like an easy fight. We're more prepared. My flash is going to hit them as well. So they're going to swing wide, they're going to get blind. Like it's so good for retaking. A really, really big tip I have though when retaking is don't use your wingman to like clear here. Generally you want wingman to go on bomb to at least get half or try get half. Wingman's really, really OP if you get him on bomb because it just means more of your team can fight. Like, and also once again, like if they're back pillar, we can molly down here as well. Like, and what does this molly do? Like, look at all this space they have to move left. They could really die to this molly, or they have to peek right into us. And once again, if we have our flash and the molly, we got an OP combo once again. We molly here, we flash high, like something like that. And like, who's gonna look this high to break a flash? Like, this flash hits literally for everything, so it's really, really OP. We also have good thrash, and I want to quickly show you guys a thrash tip. I'm not holding W right now, and my thrash is moving forward. So when you're using thrash, you want to focus on clicking A and D to B hop with him, and basically you just clear corners a lot quicker when doing this. Like, look how much space I've cleared using my thrash as well. And also, once again, when using thrash, like all of your other util, if you don't see anyone and you've like cleared a decent amount, like I've cleared all this, I can bring my thrash back, like either by exploding it or just like manually bringing it back to me and not popping it. Then I can grab it again and reuse it in time. Because if I'm using thrash and I haven't got like a detain off it or anything, or like any info, and I've detonated it here where like the enemies can just hold it, my thrash has kind of went to waste because I won't get it back in 10 seconds again. That's just something to think of as well. Now finally, moving on to A retake, once again you have mollies here to stall the plant, you have nice flashes to go out with, you have wingman on bomb. If you go CT, once again you have really nice thrashes as well. Like you can clear like a lot with everything, left, right. I can go around on bridge, I can clear default. Like, all of the site has just been cleared other than like this hard right side, which is completely fine. Just let our teammates know that it's not clear. And also a big tip when using util as Gekko, if I'm flashing, I need to tell my teammates. So I'm gonna flash for you guys, be ready to swing off it, be ready to peek off it. Like I'm flashing 3, 2, 1, or just flashing, something like that to just let your teammates know that you're flashing is really, really good. And anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it helped you. Once again, as usual, as I always say, I do have a Discord server, so if you'd like to ask me any questions, if you'd like to vote for like what I do for the next video, then comment it below or join my Discord and put it in my channel. Also, I have a Twitch, so make sure to check that out because I'll be streaming very, very soon. I know I always say that a lot and I've said that a lot in past videos, but I will definitely be streaming very soon. So like follow me on Twitch, make sure to stay updated. Also my TikTok as well. My TikTok's been doing really well lately, so if you want to support me on there, I'd really be appreciative of that. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.